Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about reference sources. Reference sources are the resources we use to learn and gather knowledge or information. Examples of reference sources that we use are dictionaries, atlases, encyclopedias, etc. There are many more. We also use thesauruses, we use glossaries, and almanacs, which are just to name a few of them. So let's get started. The first one we're going to talk about today is a dictionary. We're all very familiar with the dictionary. We have dictionaries everywhere, especially in our classroom. A dictionary is a book with thousands of words, not 5, not 10, but literally thousands. It has a word's definition, part of speech, pronunciation guide, syllables, and sometimes a sentence. Depending on what kind of dictionary you get, it might have different parts to it. If you have an adult's dictionary, there's going to be a lot more parts to it. Whereas if you have a children's dictionary, you might not find the pronunciation guide or the part of speech. Also, they are listed in ABC order and have guide words. Guide words. Remember what guide words are? And I'll show you an example. For example, these are guide words. They're located at the top of the page and tell you the first and last word that you'll find on that page. For example, the first word on this page is beef. The last word on this page is behind. This makes it so it's easier to find words while you're looking in a dictionary because, as you can see, there are literally thousands of words and nobody wants to flip through every page and have to look. So the guide words make it easy and more effective to find a word on a page. Dictionaries are usually used to find a word's meaning. That is usually its best use and most common use, to find the word's meaning or its definition. So if you were to take a look at this, you would see that here are my guide words, and here are words and their definitions. It also has a pronunciation guide, which shows you actually how to say the word. The next one we're going to talk about today is a glossary. Okay? Glossaries are also in ABC order. You can find a glossary in the back of a nonfiction book. It contains words that are only, notice how important that is, it's bold, caps, and underlined. They are only found in that book. That means if you're reading a book about birds, you're probably not going to find the word boat because they don't go together. If you're reading about birds, it might give you the different names of the birds or what a nest actually is. It shows the word and its definition. In the book, you can find the words that are in the glossary because they are in bold. Sometimes they're in bold, sometimes they're highlighted, maybe they're underlined. There's something always there to show you that you can also find that word back in the glossary. That way, if you're reading and you don't know what the meaning of the word is, you can flip right to the back of the book and find the glossary. They are most commonly used to find definitions, just the same as our dictionary, except the difference between a thesaurus, the difference between a dictionary and a glossary is the amount of words that you can find. You'll see that this is a nonfiction book on gray whales, and if I open to the back of the book, here's a glossary with a list of words that can be found in this book. For example, biologist, bluffs, lagoon, massive, rumbling, and tropical. These are all words that can be found inside this book, and the words only deal with gray whales. And just to show you what these words look like, notice that on this page, massive can be found in the glossary. It's bold and also has a highlighting of yellow. You can also see the word biologist on this page. It's made so it stands out and you're able to see it. The last one that we're going to talk about today is a thesaurus. A thesaurus is a book with thousands of words, very similar to a dictionary. As you can see, a thesaurus has tons of words in it, just judging by how thick this one is. And this is more or less a children's version of it. So just imagine how thick the adult version is. It also has guide words and is in ABC order. And as you'll notice, most reference sources are in ABC order just because it keeps it more organized and easier for you to find your topics. It can be used to find synonyms and antonyms, and that is its most common use. It also may have the word's part of speech because, for example, the word visit has two meanings. It has a noun version, which means to go see some, or not actually. It has a noun and a verb. The noun being to actually go and visit, and the other one to be actually a visit where you are sitting. So knowing the part of speech is very important. So if I were writing, which is its most useful use, is to use it when you're writing. For example, if I've said, you've said the word said way too much. I might say, go over to your thesaurus and find the word said and find another meaning for that word. Oh, here it is. Said can also mean to yell, whisper, shout, and on and on and on. So it's very useful for finding another word's meaning or an antonym for a word. For example, here's the word rug. Rug, you can also change that word for carpet, mat, or covering. These are just a few examples. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the rest of them.